since you brought up the USA, Nick, I'm going to submit to you this. There's physiques back then. You're lucky you're around now and not back then. If you want to bring up the USA, because you never would have even been a pro. You never would have sniffed being a pro back in the 80s or 90s, because there was guys back then like the men.
Okay, so that was Bob, the self-proclaimed athlete representative for the Pro League. Also the individual who announces all the athletes at the Olympia and the big major shows. Getting upset because Nick said, "Who the F is Bob?" when referencing to a comment Bob made where Nick would never win the Olympia because he's shaped like a gorilla. People are forgetting that part. That was the second part. So the opinion that Bob made that he would have made the Olympia, that's his opinion. The second part was a downgrade on his shape. Now, in case you guys are wondering, that's Nick Walker. According to Bob, he would never turn pro in the 80s or 90s. I mean, is it because of his conditioning and his amount of muscle? Because if we're talking about shape, okay, bodybuilding, this isn't classic bodybuilding. This is open, right? So muscle, conditioning, all these things play a factor. Also, I think people are forgetting one more person that looks very, very similar to him, and even said he is extremely similar to his to this type of physique, and that person is Jay Cutler. Yes, I don't know if you guys realize Jay Cutler's physique is very similar to Nick. They both have very wide waist. They do have big legs. Like Jay does have a little bit more of a thick leg. But I don't know if you guys ever looked at his front double. His legs in the front are not very great. And they both have wide shoulders, huge mass. Jay himself has said that Nick Walker has a very similar shape to Jay. So correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Jay one of the best bodybuilders all time? And wasn't he competing in the 90s and 2000s? Huh. All right, Bob. I get it. You just hate Nick. And you're a pretty horrible representative for the athletes in the sport. Because if you don't like them, or if you don't like what they say, you're just going to go out and make fun of them.